Katharine McPhee and David Foster's nanny fatally run over by elderly woman at car dealership. Katharine McPhee and David Foster's nanny was killed after an elderly woman accidentally drove into a customer reception area at a car dealership. According to TMZ, the couple's nanny, Yadira Carlito, was fatally struck last Wednesday at a Toyota dealership in San Fernando Valley, California. While Carlito was waiting for her car to be serviced, an 84-year-old woman drove her white Toyota RAV4 into the covered service bay driveway. Authorities at the scene said the driver mistakenly hit the accelerator instead of the brake. Carlito was pinned under the SUV and dragged for about 20 feet before bystanders came together to help free her from under the car, per TMZ. She was rushed to the hospital in critical condition where she was later pronounced dead. 2 others were also injured in the crash, but are expected to make full recoveries. The driver has not been arrested. Last week, McPhee, 39, announced that she had to rush home from her and her husband's tour in Asia due to a horrible tragedy. Dearest Jakarta fans, it's with heavy heart I announce I have to miss our final 2 shows of our Asia run. David and I have had a horrible tragedy in our family, and at least one of us need to get back home to our family, she wrote on Instagram. Please know how sorry I am and how much I wish to return one day and perform for you all. Love, Katharine. After the American Idol alum departed Asia, Foster, 73, was still able to take the stage for the final 2 shows on their tour. It was later revealed that the couple's nanny for their 2-year-old son, Rennie, had tragically died. McPhee and the 16-time Grammy winner tied the knot in 2019. 2 years later, they welcomed Rennie. Foster is also the father of daughters Allison, 52, Amy, 49, Sarah, 41, Aaron, 40, and Jordan, 36, from previous relationships. Katharine McPhee's nanny fatally run over by elderly woman, report. A woman who worked as a nanny for singer Katharine McPhee and her husband, David Foster, reportedly died after an elderly woman hit her at a San Fernando Valley car dealership. A source identified Yadira Carlito, 55, to TMZ Tuesday as the woman struck on August 9 by the 84-year-old driver of a Toyota RAV4 that crashed into Hamer Toyota's customer reception area. The Los Angeles Police Department declined to confirm the identity of the deceased woman when contacted by the Post on Tuesday. According to a LAPD press release, the elderly driver, a resident of Mission Hills, accelerated for unknown reasons and collided with several people inside the building. The driver was not injured but caused injuries to 2 male employees, a 23-year-old and a 35-year-old, as well as a 55-year-old female customer, presumably Carlito. All 3 victims were rushed to the hospital where the 2 men were treated for non-life-threatening injuries and are expected to make a full recovery. The female customer had fatal injuries and was pronounced dead at the hospital. No arrests have been made in regard to the collision, the LAPD stated. The Post has reached out to reps for McPhee and Foster as well as Hamer Toyota for comment on the incident. The dealership addressed an event on its Facebook page on August 9, saying it would be closed the rest of the day and resume operations on August 10. Our primary concern at this time is the well-being of those who were injured. We ask for the community's understanding and patience, the statement read. McPhee and Foster announced Friday that there had been a horrible tragedy in their family, prompting the American Idol alum to leave the couple's David Foster and Friends tour in Asia. Dearest Jakarta fans, it's with heavy heart I announce I have to miss our final 2 shows of our Asia run, the terrified singer announced on Instagram. David, Foster, and I have had a horrible tragedy in our family and at least one of us need to get back home to our family. Please know how sorry I am and how much I wish to return one day and perform for you all. Love, Katharine. TMZ broke the news Friday that the emergency was Carlito's sudden death, but neither McPhee nor Foster has confirmed the news themselves. McPhee kept a low profile and appeared somber at LAX on Friday. Revealed, Katharine McPhee's nanny was killed in horror car crash where elderly woman, 84, hit the gas instead of brake and ran over her with an SUV at Toyota dealership. A woman who worked as a nanny for Katharine McPhee and her husband David Foster has died after being run over at a car dealership, according to reports. Yadira Calito, 55, was pinned under the SUV and dragged for 20 feet in a horrific accident at a Toyota dealership in Los Angeles last week, according to TMZ. Police confirmed an 84-year-old woman crashed her Toyota RAV4 into the customer reception area on Wednesday morning. The elderly driver had reportedly been taking in her car for a service when she hit the gas instead of the brakes, causing the vehicle to collide with Calito. She was rushed to hospital in a critical condition and later pronounced dead. The driver of the SUV has not been arrested. Witnesses saw the nanny being dragged for 20 feet before she was eventually freed from under the car. An off-duty nurse rushed to her aid and began CPR before emergency services arrived on the scene. Two men, 23 and 35, who were working at the dealership at the time were also injured but are expected to make a full recovery. Horrific images show the white car smashing through the glass and into the customer area. Calito was last pictured with the couple and their young son on January 11th in Los Angeles. The singer, 39, who had been busy performing in Asia with her 16-time Grammy Award-winning partner David Foster, 73, shared the devastating news in a statement posted to her Instagram. Pictures obtained by DailyMail.com shows McPhee walking through Los Angeles International Airport on Friday without her husband. She said in a statement that she would be skipping the performances after the horrible tragedy in the family. It added, "Dearest Jakarta fans, it's with heavy heart I announce I have to miss our final 2 shows of our Asia run. David and I have had a horrible tragedy in our family and at least one of us needs to get back home to our family. Please know how sorry I am and how much I wish to return one day and perform for you all. Love, Katharine." DailyMail.com has reached out to McPhee for a comment on the tragedy, but did not immediately receive a response. The actress and singer, who welcomed her first child, son Rennie, in 2021, did not share any further details about the incident. Foster stayed to perform the final 2 shows of the tour in Jakarta, with the last being tonight in the Indonesian city. He will be joined by Michael Bolton, Loren Allred, Peebo Bryson, and Reisa for the last show. The crash occurred around 9:10 a.m. at 11041 North Sepulveda Boulevard, according to the Los Angeles Fire Department. Los Angeles Police Department confirmed that 1 person died and 2 others were injured in the crash. The driver declined to be taken to hospital and stayed on scene to answer questions from police. Police are continuing to appeal for witnesses for information, urging them to contact the Valley Traffic Division detectives. Anyone who witnessed the collision is urged to contact Valley Traffic Division detectives with information. In a statement, they said, "All drivers are reminded to drive with due care, free of distractions, and be mindful of potential hazards. Anyone who may have witnessed or have information regarding this collision is urged to contact Valley Traffic Division, Officer Garcia, at 818-644-8117 or Detective Atracina at 818-644-8033. During non-business hours, or on weekends, calls should be directed to 1-877 LAPD 24-7 877-527-3247. Anyone wishing to remain anonymous should call the LA Regional Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS, 800-222-8477, or go directly to www.lacrimestoppers.org.